Right? Is that right? It's right, isn't it? You never know if it's right. You never know if it's wrong. God, that sounds fucking... sounds a little weird in the headphones. Hello, Bob's back. He's back, and his back doesn't hurt. Bob, we're tired of hearing your fucking back. Guess what? Then listen to a different podcast, you fascist fuck. It's my podcast. And I feel great. All I had to do, you got to do at my age, if you're 35 and your fucking back won't stop hurting, is it's a trick. You lay on your back. You lay on your back. You have one pillow behind your head. And then you do not move at all. You don't move. Not one time. You're like, Bob, you could probably move a little bit. Yeah, you could. If you want your back to hurt. So that happened to me. I got a full 8 hours of sleep. But then whenever I woke up, anytime my back hurt, it's because I was fucking face down, ass up. That's the way I like to sleep. And fuck. No, but for real, it is kind of, it's kind of getting, it's bad. And then everyone I know, everyone's a doctor when you have a problem. I'll just be like, I'm like, hey, my back hurts. And everyone's like, we should go to the doctor. I'm like, well, first of all, I don't have health care. And they're like, that is a problem. I'm like, I know. Not only is it a problem, even if I did have it, this is what they're going to do. You're going to go there and they're going to give you muscle relaxers. So it's going to relax your muscles, but then you're still going to have anxiety. So you're still going to get up and then you're going to manic clean something, and everything you start to clean, will get clean, but you're just going to you're going to feel bad in a couple of days. So all I've been doing is I've been stretching. And crying. You do have to, I'm at the age, because I remember like you would see guys get hurt and they would be like mad. And the only way you can't be mad is you have to fucking cry by yourself. And man, dude, when you have to cry by yourself, isn't it the worst? Because you have to you're gasping. It's like if you're drowning, but you have to do it quietly. You're like, I bet drowning would be easier than crying and making sure no one else hears it. Well, why are you making sure no one else hears it? Well, respect. I have respect for others. You're only allowed to hear someone cry at my age if someone dies. And people are like, well, what if you care about someone? You could probably cry in front of them. Yeah, you can. And then you'll never see them again. That is... Yeah, I cried in front of a girl once. I have not seen her since. But yeah, you just gotta fucking... and try to... Dude, the quiet cry, so good. Just... And then you also have to play in your head. You're like, I hope I'm being quiet, but if they do hear, what's that sound like for them? And then you're also like, I hope they don't think I'm jerking off. That's what I thought. Because Tatum's they're in the other room, and I heard her husband, and I'm like, I was like, dude, my back hurts. So I literally couldn't sleep through the night. It was getting so fucking bad. And so then I was like, well, I don't want to complain, but I also don't want them to hear me cry. But I also don't want them to think I'm jacking off at 4:30 in the morning. I had that thought. I was like, but then I was like, if they were hearing it, you don't know what I sound like, but I feel like if you hear someone breathing like that, you're probably like, that might be how they're trying to come or whatever. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a bad feeling. And yeah, and if you don't have that problem, you're like, I don't wake up sore yet. Fucking good. Enjoy sleeping however the fuck you want. Fucking grab your foot, pull it behind your head. And I feel a lot better if I'm not sitting down at all, I feel great. If anything, my body's like making me not procrastinate on one goddamn element of my life. Not one bit do I get a break, not 1 second. Because I woke up the other day and it was like 3 a.m. And it was like at a time where you were like, this is the least amount of things going on. Like drug addicts and people with like the worst jobs we hand out are up right now. Bad backs, drug addicts, and fucking guys that are working jobs you're just like, what do you do? They're like, I'm the guy, I have to grab steel with my bare hands. I'm the guy who has to grab steel with my fucking bare hands. How much do they pay you? They pay me $100,000 every day. And you're like, oh, fuck, why didn't I go to school for that? Every once in a while, you will meet a guy like that. Yeah, I make a good amount of money. It's hard work for sure, but I get $1 million a month. Dude, do you ever meet someone who'll say how much they make a year and you're like, that's fucking rude to talk about? For me, it's near, I don't know, $30,000. If you're like, hey, I'm a fucking, I'm a custodian. I'm like, that's so, oh, cool. It's rude to talk about. Some of us are unknown comedians. Do you know about that? I'm an unknown, you know what? And I'm an unknown comedian, stately. This is how I dress for the podcast, but I'll fucking put on your dumbass clothes. I'm also a low-level comic. That's all. My whole algorithm is stately and guys I've done comedy showcases with over the years. The amount of guys that got sponsored by Stately, and you're like, fucking, you know what? I'll put on your dumbass belts. I have the exact same pants I've had since high school. I wear some of the same t-shirts I got in 6th grade. Do you understand? I have a dirt bike t-shirt that still fits me, and it's probably the best t-shirt ever. Thank you so much, Spy. Here's a sponsorship to Spy. Also, they're just goggles, so I had Spy goggles, and I don't know if those were dirt bike ones or maybe I might have had snowboarding ones. Are they universal? I don't know. God, I want a dirt bike. I want one of those fuckers back so bad. But they're not cheap. And then everyone's like, well, hey, why don't you get like you get one to work on? In what, my fucking car? Dude, imagine I have like, I scoot the seat all the way back and I have an engine in my lap and I just got done riding it. So it's hot. It's a hot engine. I gotta sit on my lap and just fucking twisting wrenches. Oh my God. It's like my version of Hot Rod. Oh God, I need to watch that movie again. And I'm that old. I'm like a movie where I'm like, oh man, Uncle Buck, it's been a while since I've seen that. So I gotta watch that shit. What the fuck was that? What was that? That sounds like a guy who had a couple gigs canceled recently. That sounds like a guy who's not doing his job. Hey, you know what? Fucking shut the fuck up. But what was I talking about? No one gives a shit. I don't remember. Yeah, anyway, but I do, yeah, my back feels better. I have to stand up. I have to put shoes on. As soon as Bob gets up, he puts shoes on. Starts his day with stretching. I wake up, I literally have to have gratitude. To wake up, I have to talk to God. I literally have to go, thank you for, I feel like a guy, you know what I am? I'm like a guy who's been so disrespectful at a prison forever. And now I just wake up and I'm like, I get that the guards do rule this place. So I just have to wake up and I literally go, thank you for today. I'm going to try to roll out of bed. Can you make it not feel like where my ass meets the rest of my legs and back? Can you just make my sciatica not make me cry all morning? And if you ask for like a week, eventually, I guess God goes through your emails and he's like, okay, yeah, all right, you got. It's like, I feel like God gets back to me the same amount, like if you're at my level, like how a booker would get back to you. You're just like, man, I really like my back to not hurt. And they're like, well, cool. Well, you're not Mark Norman, so get the fuck out of my face. I'm like, well, he's got a guy reaching out for him. Shit. Anyway, there's nothing to complain about. There's really nothing to complain about. I think my back just feels better. So there's got to be something to complain about, but I am happy. God, if you're a guy, you better be happy. You better not just fucking complain or be like, it is a little hard. Like, oh, really? Is it fucking hard having a dick that can get fucking hard? And yes! I got to stand up sometimes and my dick's hard and for literally no reason. I don't know if that happens to women, but like, not that your dick gets hard, but that I like all of a sudden you'll just sit down and for no reason at all. You're like at a hospital. You're like at a hospital and they just gave bad news and you've just been sitting there for a while and all of a sudden you're like, am I rock hard right now? Bobby, maybe that says something about yourself. No, because it's happened all the time. You're just sitting on it, just sitting on Santa's lap, rock hard. Is that not, that never happened to you? Happened to Bob. Happened to Bob a lot. Fucking jackass. Anyway. Life's moving pretty fast. And if you fucking stop at all, you don't have time. Dude, if you have like a social media account, which if you're pretty much anybody doing anything or if you listen to a podcast, there's no chance you're not on social media, would be my guess. But I'll have like these like my viewership is going up and it'll tell me an amount of views and it'll say, take a second to celebrate, which I actually think I'm going to sue them for because we're working so hard to make no money on an app that is making money that is now putting ads in front of fucking anything. I got an ad for something that wasn't what the thing was. Like a clip didn't even show up. It was like if I went to go watch fucking, Comedy Central back in the day, you went on there and it was just an Abreva ad. Like the whole time. Anyway, so, but it said take a second to celebrate. And that's maybe a second I think it's just too long. Wow, you got 10,000 views. Take a second. Okay, back to work. Like that's as long as you can take it. And it's about to be 2026. You better get your fucking act back. You better fucking, I don't care if the gig got canceled. Find another gig. I don't care if the gig got canceled yesterday. Get another gig. Do you know how weird it is to get an email for the job you just got canceled for? Dude, it's such a weird. I am not sincerely not complaining. It's just fact, and I'm funny, and it's my job. It's my job to burp into microphones. I bet you wish you had this job. There's just no unemployment. You gotta try your best. And if anything happens, that's just, you're fucked. Dude, but as a comic, people are like, what's it like? I'm like, dude, you have to know that your engine could blow in Cleveland. You have to just be like, okay, I die here. But it'll be a pretty cool death. Dude, that was, honestly, one of the coolest things I'd ever seen in my entire life. My car broke down. It was at a point that I was like super, those things happen to you. You get really low. My car broke down because I literally went to get my fucking car fixed. I went to get my car fixed, and as they're fixing my car, I come back like a week later, and I'm like, hey, my car's louder than when I dropped it off. And I'm no mechanic. That's why I dropped it off. You just want to check before I leave. And they checked, and they were like, dude, you're an idiot. I'm like, you're right. I'm just a fucking guy. And then I drove a little bit, not far at all, and it got louder, and I kept calling them all weekend to be like, here's how loud it was, here's how loud it was, and my car broke down in Cleveland, which was a nightmare. The car broke down, and then that night, like I was going to, like my plan was to sleep in my car. So then I can't drive home or sleep in my car because it's like I went to go sleep in the car and it's like it's in a mechanic's lot. And I was like, it just didn't, it was in a sketchy area. So then I just like walked around downtown Cleveland.
We have new merch available at the discombobulated Bobby Jaycox website. Please check it out. We got hoodies, t-shirts, mugs available. Ooh, look at that beanie. That looks cool as hell. Oh, that's a nice t-shirt. Check it out, bobbyjaycox.com.
My car broke down in Cleveland. My car had broken down in Cleveland. And yeah, it was like one of the worst. And my car broke down, and it was like at the mechanic shop, and it was in a bad area. So I went to this like the whatever in Cleveland, whatever that waterfront is. I should know that lake, but I don't. But I went to that lake, and I was sitting there, and dude, a bunch of motorcycles, like so many fucking motorcycles. Everyone had their music going, blah, 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 while the sun was going down. It was beautiful, and I got to like do that thing where you're like, I'm gonna reset my fucking life or whatever. But you know, like those things will happen to you. I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Why was I talking about that? Who gives a fuck? God, I'm all over the place today. Because we were going to, who gives a fuck? You know, there's long stories. Sometimes things change and it's none of your business. Isn't that a hard thing to do, is to be like, it's no one's business? Because I'll just be telling people my business. And then no one respect your business. So then you're like, what do I tell my business for? What Bob telling his business for? I don't know. Yeah. But, you know, I'm working on myself. I'm using ChatGPT. I am asking ChatGPT about myself, which has been nice. I just asked ChatGPT certain things, and I'm careful. I try to phrase it too. I'm like, don't you be taking my side. And I go through stuff. And the other day it talked to me and it said herself. And I was like, do you think I'm a woman? And my ChatGPT, I believe, thinks I'm a woman, which I was like, I've complained so much on ChatGPT that it's like, it's probably BOBBI, probably right. Did the same thing my kindergarten teacher did. My kindergarten teacher and AI. Like, I'm set up and they're like, that's a woman, right? And then it's like, no. And then I take a picture of my face and they're like, okay, long hair. That looks like a woman. Which, hey, and maybe I am, except for that I'm not. I'm like non-binary. That's it. I'm non-binary and I flow that way. But dude, oh my God. I did a show at the Riot the other day, and that was so fun. And they were telling me, they're like, yeah, this is like Gay Street in tech. This is like one of the gay streets, but also it's like kind of like conservative people. And dude, there were like certain people that were like kind of fucking, they were really conservative. And we were like, it's just weird to see people as adults still be uber religious, like unbelievably, like they hold it like so accountable, like for everything. And if you think that, I used to believe too, and I know that everyone keeps thinking about like Jesus coming back, and I can't stop thinking about that. If he comes back, like the first time, it's, you know, people aren't sure. They're like, was he from the Middle East? Whatever. Wherever you think. But why would he come back for sure? Does he have to come back as the same form? Like, does he have to come back as a guy? Or like, what if Jesus comes back with like a woman with like a fucking fat ass? I think that might be the only thing that would like save us if that was Jesus's plan. It's like they come back and they're like, no, dude, have you fucking seen Jesus? You're like, yeah, and the Bible like, no. Like fucking Jesus came back and he's like, hey, like Jesus, and everyone's like, dude, what's your dad say? Yeah, I can't wait to meet your dad. Jesus just needs to like have his daughter come down, and I think that would fix everything, honestly, right? Just like his daughter comes down, just like, oh my God, do you guys believe in my dad? And we're like, I believe in, dude, every fucking thing you believe, I believe. Are you ever going to stray away from this fat ass? In Jesus' name, amen. Fucking yeah, dude, absolutely. Oh my God, you would get so many guys and a lot of women. I mean, I just think that you got to send maybe just next time if you're God, if you're gonna send someone, send your daughter next time. Oh my God, guys, the body of Christ. And he's like, are you fucking serious? Do you know how many people would be, the Eucharist wouldn't even be free anymore. You'd have to buy it. Like, like right now, they're like, this is the body and blood of Christ. And you're like, all right. But you're like, this is the body and blood of Christ. And it's a fat ass woman. And you're like, give me some. Everyone's in line. There's lines around the block, dude. Dude. Yeah. Like, dude, you signed up for Kill Tony? You're like, yeah, I did. And fucking to get the Eucharist. I waited in line all night to get the body of Christ. I don't even care about the wine. I don't give a fuck about that. That's the blood. Wait, it's her blood? Give me that shit. Dude, just send your daughter if you want to save us. God, if you want to save us, you have to send your daughter down here. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, my God. I think that might be a good bit. I'm going to add that to my God is gay bit because God is gay. We all know this. We all know this. I have a bit about that, how he invented dicks. And I love my favorite part of the bit right now is that when I say God's gay, I go, God's gay. Literally the whole room, like left, right, pretty much everyone, like the coolest people will laugh. But if you even just say that at a comedy show, an idea that we're all joking about, people will be like, and I love to just be like, oh, so your God like straight? Like your God gets pussy and fucking kickflips. Like, and they're like, yeah, that's the God and when you say that, it makes it seem just as ridiculous. But dude, who knows? Maybe God's gay, maybe God's straight, maybe God had another kid. Like why? He only had one kid? Why? Why would God have one kid, but other people, everyone gets to have more kids than God? That doesn't make any sense. This is a great bit, but but he doesn't. Am I wrong? I think I'm right. I honestly feel very right about this. Like, why would he just have one? Why would he have a son? Because then that means if you had 8 kids, I feel like whenever you get to heaven, God will be like, can I talk to you for a sec? What the fuck was that like? Like I got Jesus. Yeah, he's a good kid. Yes, he's a very good kid, but kind of boring. Like, dude, he would hang out with Mary Magdalene. I don't know if you know. She's like a hooker. She's like, I don't know what word you're supposed to say. She's like a lady of the, I don't know what you're supposed to call. She's a whore. But whatever you want to call her, Mary Magdalene, they hang out. They don't fuck at all. Are you sure? They don't even kid. No, they're just friends. Yes. Mm-hmm. I know. But what's your son like? He went to Notre Dame? And you had all your kids went to Notre Dame. That's crazy. You had 8 of them. But yeah, I think it's fucking hilarious, actually. It's actually fucking hilarious. But my God. Yeah. Happy Christmas time. I hope you're ready for Christmas. Hope you're ready for the holiday season to just continue in full effect, because I am. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for this. All this cold wind everywhere you go. I'm in Texas and it's still cold. Dude, like I woke up at 4:30 because whenever I couldn't sleep, and I was like, let me go for a walk. And I went for a walk and I was like, it's not supposed to be cold here. You're supposed to be for a walk, and you're scared of snakes, and there's packs of dogs you keep hearing about. Everyone keeps saying that there's packs of dogs. So you're like, I'll go for a walk. And then you're like, I really don't want to get fucking my ass kicked by a bunch of dogs. Like, how embarrassing. Because every time you picture a bunch of dogs, you're always like, oh, I could probably take all of them. But if I'm being honest, a bunch of German Shepherds would whoop my ass. A bunch of German Shepherds jumped Bob. I'm done. Bob's goner. He's gone and never to come back. Oh my God. Oh yeah. I'm excited to I am going to go on the road, unless, things change sometimes, but I'm going to go on the road to Oklahoma this weekend. And I will be in Oklahoma City Oklahoma City, Bricktown Comedy Club, and then Tulsa. And I'm very excited to go and do those shows. Man, I really need to get longer. I actually have them. They're the United ones. I actually have them. I'll switch them for next time. I got those. I think those are longer. They just sound like shit. But I am excited to go on the road, and I'm going to be honest, because here's what I'm going to do. Does Bob have a lot of money? Have you fucking seen or met me? No. But I am probably going to stop at Choctaw. I'm probably going to stop at the Choctaw, however you say it. I don't want to be disrespectful to the casino. I don't want to be... Can you imagine that I get in trouble and I get canceled because I accidentally say the name of a casino wrong? That's actually disrespectful to the casino. It's on land that is some of it's in your favor, some of it's in our favor, some of it's in the house's favor. But I will probably stop at one of those places because that is in Oklahoma and it's legal there. And I haven't, this is my goal. I'm going to go with an amount. I'm going to go with an amount to lose. And this is just going to be me proving to myself that I don't have a problem. Bob, that sounds terrible. It is. It sure is. But I tell you what, sometimes when you go to that Choctaw place, you'll be like, I think that blackjack table just didn't know that I needed money. Bob, that doesn't sound very good. That's what I'm saying. You just start with like fucking $60 and you don't even walk. You walk in with your ID and $60. I'm not telling you, no one should be doing this. Gambling advice. If you have any problems, you go ahead and fucking reach out. Did that thing fall? Did that motherfucker fall? I think this fucker did fall. And it looks way worse. You can see my knees. Ugh. Well, how the hell? You can see. Did the video fall and you can see my fucking thighs and knees? Sure did. I guess we're just fucked and you can. Please stop falling. I don't need to hear it because it's on. And I can see the levels. And the levels seem good. God damn. But yeah, just a couple games of blackjack. Because blackjack is something that a guy who I met who puts satellites into space. He told me all the ways to do it, and I follow him and a mixture of my heart. And I have $60 and a song playing in the back of my head. So can we please let me split them and then just leave? Because I found here's the problem with people who do like to gamble. And I've never gambled I've never gambled too much. Like I've gambled you're like, that wasn't cool. Like $100 or a couple $100. But like never something that you're like almost lost my entire house. Do you know what I'm saying? It does look like shit. It's fucking falling down. We're at the end of the pod, which is fine. Oh, great. And now we have 2 fucking videos because that fucking thing fell. I'm over it. I'm over it all. Don't tell the boys. Yeah, and now it's unbelievably too high. Great. Dude, I've been liking myself lately. You ever start to have fun with yourself and then you'll feel yourself being like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. And I'm like, I'm going to do that. But I also don't want to be like that guy who's like, he's got shoulder pads. He's got football shoulder pads and he's got dish gloves on. And then he has a feather fucking boa. He comes around. He's like, who gives a fuck what people think about you? Watch this. Fuck you. And they're like, I don't really like that. He's like, you shouldn't fucking care. And he's like, everyone's like, all right, well, I fucking don't like what people say. It's like that thing. They bring them people on stage. Dude, I don't know what. And sometimes he has good points. Sometimes he will be like, dude, just be yourself. Don't worry about other people. And you try to live like that, but then eventually you're like, but this guy's wearing dish gloves. I don't. And I'm glad he's not wearing a suit like Tony Robbins, but it's these inspirational people I feel like I get close to, but you try not to get too close. You know? You hear him a couple times and then you gotta back off. You know? You'll be like, all right. Wow. Because then also, yeah, that's my algorithm. My algorithm right now is like that, like telling everyone being like, you're enough. And then it's also, I think it can tell that like my heart hurts. I guess because it like has been listening to fucking everything I've said out loud, I guess. But I'll get these videos that are like, I think they're toxic. Like, and they'll just be like, they didn't fucking love you. They don't give a fuck who they are. You should mail them a piece of your shit. And you can actually write that off on your taxes. That's how much self-care you should be giving yourself. And you're like, okay, fuck them. They never fucking cared. If you see them in the streets, fucking push them. You're like, all right, I don't know if it... Yeah, maybe that was a toxic relationship, but I don't know if I should fucking do that. So I'm trying to find the balance in between that and then every once in a while watching the hottest girl I've ever seen do a handstand, and you'll just be like, well, I should probably follow her just to make sure she's safe. I should probably follow her account to make sure that she doesn't fall down and hurt her back just as much as I have. Isn't that empathy? Yeah. And she didn't fall. She actually flipped into the splits. She's so fine. She's fine. She should worry about me. Is that how I'm going to end the podcast? Trying to do a hand? I think I could probably do a handstand. I think I could probably, with a bad back, do a handstand really quick. Do you think I could do a handstand? Oh my God, this is such a bad idea. This is a really bad idea. I could probably do it. Don't tell the butt. Let me try to do it on my, like, this. You guys can't see me. Ah! Ah! Oh my God. Whoa. Hey, I'm actually doing it. I'm doing it. Oh shit. Fuck. Whoa. Okay. What's your favorite podcast? I don't know. I think it sucks. What's your favorite podcast? I'm not telling you. Oh, baby. Here in the dark. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I've been going through it. That's just how I'm just being honest. I've been going through it. And the other day I was driving and the music was just right and it was making me feel a certain way. And I was trying to, like, compose myself for the, I guess, eternity I might live if reincarnation's real. So I was trying to prep for that. And as I was doing that, I felt pretty good. And then the music was like, it's fucking building up. And then a fucking Buc-ee's sign, a fucking Buc-ee's billboard, a Buc-ee's billboard. One of those billboards that normally is like, hey, you got to piss? Wait 6,000 miles. Circumnavigate the earth. You'll be happier than stopping at a fucking Shell. But it said seize the day on a Buc-ee's billboard. And Bob was doing so bad in life and doing so unwell that I was like, I can't wait to shit in one of the cleanest bathrooms I've ever shit in the next time I'm at a Buc-ee's. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Buc-ee's. I actually do fuck with the Buc-ee's. I hate it and love it. It's one of those places that you're like, it does suck, but you're like, because you go there and it's like the food's not that good. There's certain things that don't, but you will be like, hey, when I take a shit, there won't even be a piece of shit inside of the toilet. Every time you come there, someone cleans the inside, outside. There's a guy who lives in that bathroom and just goes around, and anytime anyone does anything, he just wipes it down, looks at all the expensive art in the bathroom, a $500 piece of wood art that's been in a shit. I don't want to talk about that again. We've already covered that in past episodes, which you can listen to anytime you want. Go check out an episode and tell a friend. Tell a friend about a podcast, something no one ever does in their life. Take care. I love you.